24/7 champion series for CAIIB preparation. In this champion series, we are going through all the topics of ABM and BFM for June 22 exam. In these topics, we are covering the main topics as well as the case studies. Wherever possible, wherever the case studies are there, we are covering the same. So follow the video until end, number one, and number two, follow the full series. Don't follow one video and then leave something else. Okay, follow the full series. Why? Yesterday I took time series, before that correlation, then bond valuation. So go for it and see all the videos. Okay, before that I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Also join our Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. Okay, in this you will get all the study material plus video lectures plus various live classes. Everything you get it in one go. Okay, so why to go here and there? Okay, knowledge is power. Now, in fact, I would say knowledge is the only power. Money is not that power, not that strong power. Knowledge is the only power which will be useful for you throughout your life. Now look at this CAIIB Prime Pack and JAIIB Prime Pack. These are the test packs for ABM, BFM Retail and PPB, AFB and Legal. Okay, 1500 plus questions in CAIIB, 50 plus total tests in JAIIB. Get it immediately. Use this code Y432. Okay, get a discount of 22%. So go to Adda 24/7. I'll show you at the end how to go for it. Okay, so let's come to our topic first. Today we will be going for estimation. Okay, I'll be giving solving one numerical also which comes in the exams. That is important, not just any numerical. Okay, so that will be at the end. Before that, I'll be covering some important topic about estimation, because even though it's a theory, you will have it in the exam and you must know what we mean by this topic. Okay, estimation refers to the process by which one makes inferences about the population based on the information obtained from the sample. Now what do you mean by this? Here, understand this concept. Okay, suppose if I tell you tomorrow to do a sample or find what is the average salary of full India. Let's say I'll say full India or full Maharashtra, for example. Full Maharashtra. Can you go and search with each and every person in this state to find the average salary? No. What will you do? You'll divide this area into few regions, right? And take few samples from each region, right? One from here, or 10 from here, 100 from here. The number can be anything depending on the volume of my study. Okay, but I'll be taking the samples. So what is estimation? Estimation here, it's simply given over here. Inferences about the population means about this full population inference from the samples, these all samples, right? So based on the information obtained from the samples. Okay, so this full chapter, estimation, moves between sample, understand this, moves between sample and population. Everything moves between sample and population only. Okay, just we'll be finding something for sample, going for population. Okay, and there was something called as time series that moved in the reverse way. Okay, so check that video separately. Okay, so understand this, we are doing some work on the sample and moving towards the population. Got this point, everyone? Let's move ahead. Now what are the types of estimates? There are two types of estimates. One is point estimate and second is interval estimate. Means what? For example, suppose if tomorrow I ask you what do you expect your salary to rise? Okay, so if you say tell me that okay, it'll be rising by 1200 rupees dot, so that is point estimate. Now if you tell me that it will rise in the range of 1000 to 1300, so that is the interval estimate. Now how did you come to this figure 1000 and 1300, and what is the relationship between this 1200 and these two figures? See here, understand this. I'll show you at the end also while solving the case. This 1200 is a point estimate and this 1000 and 1300, these differences are known as standard errors. Okay, standard error. Okay, we'll see this at the end. Okay, while solving the problem. So what is the basic point to stress over here? Point estimate and interval estimate. Point estimate means the point estimate is one number summary of the data, means average of the series. Suppose if I tell you 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, average of these. What is the average of all these? So answer is 3, right? Average divide upon 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 upon 5, right? So average is 3. Now this 3 I've got it as an exact number. So one number solution. So that is always a point estimate. Now what is the interval estimate? Two numbers are calculated to create an interval within which the parameter is expected to lie. Means two numbers means we have the higher band as well as the lower band. Means here if my expected answer is this, then I'll create a higher band as well as a lower band. Similar to what I said about the salary. What is the increase in the salary expected? So it is lower band is 1000 and higher band is 1300. And what is the average salary actually which will rise is 1200. Okay. Two numbers are calculated to create the interval within which the parameter is expected to lie. Okay. So here this parameter or this population, the salary rise of each and every individual is expected to lie between these two. So this is known as the interval estimate. Okay, interval estimate. For example, A less than X less than B is an interval estimate of the population mean mu. Now population means total of this average of all these. Okay, and this is the population mean, and whatever I found out, that is a sample mean. Okay, it indicates the population mean is greater than A but less than B. That is the meaning of this interval, right? That it is greater than 1200 but less than 1200. So greater than 1000 but less than 1300, right? So that is the meaning of point estimate and interval estimate. Okay. Now next important topic is confidence intervals. This topic generally comes to an exam for 1 or 2 marks, roughly 2 to 3 marks, because each one of these factors comes separately for 1 mark. Now what is confidence intervals here? What do you mean by interval first? This is the interval, right? 1000 to 1300. What is confidence interval then? Statisticians used confidence interval to express the precision and uncertainty associated with a particular sampling method. A confidence interval consists of 3 parts. So what do you mean by confidence interval? To express the precision and uncertainty, both precision and uncertainty. Now what are the confidence intervals? There are various confidence intervals available. I'll show you one. See this 68% confidence intervals. Here always remember, in statistics this rule is very famous. 68, 95, 99. This rule is very famous. 68, 95, 99 means 68% confidence, 95% confidence and 99% confidence. Okay. Now look at this. This is the population mean which is expected, means this is my expected answer. Okay. This is the answer what I want. And with 68% confidence, it means this one standard error. Okay. So this minus 1 psi, this plus 1 psi, means parameter minus 1 psi, parameter plus 1 psi. This is 68% confidence. What is 95% confidence? Parameter minus 2 psi, see this 2 psi, 2 standard errors, and parameter plus 2 psi, 2 standard errors. Got this point? So 68 is 1 psi, 95 is 2 psi, and 99 is 3 psi. Means if my expected answer is 1200, like the earlier example, so my expected salary rise means the answer which I want is 1200. So the expected salary rise using the margins is minus 3 psi and plus 3 psi. These are the standard errors. Okay, got this point? So remember one important logic behind this. If I go on increasing the confidence interval from 68, I go to 95, I go to 99. What does it mean? It means that my accuracy is getting hampered. That is important. My accuracy is getting hampered. Means when I was at 68% confidence, it means, what did I say? That it will lie between, let's say this is 1200, so it will lie between 1100 to 1300, one psi. Okay. Now if I go for 2 psi, 95%, so 1200 is the expected answer. I'll say it will lie between 1000 to 1400. Now the range has increased. Means if you ask me what is the range, so 1000 to 1400, I'll say that your answer will lie between 1000 to 1400. Okay. Now which is better? If you say it will lie between 1100 to 1300 or 1000 to 1400, definitely 1100 to 1300, because you know here that the answer's range is very short. So you can work on the short range only. Suppose if I tell you that average salary in Maharashtra or any state, if I ask you what is the average salary, and I tell you okay, the range can be between 0 to 10 lakh. The average salary range can be between 0 to 10 lakh. You will say you are a fool. Means what is the range? Is this a range? No. So as the confidence level increases, as I increase the confidence level, what will I do? I'll increase the range. Okay. So more the confidence level, more the range and less the accuracy. Is 0 to 10 lakh better, or if I give you the answer that average salary will be roughly 40,000, means plus or minus 5%, 10%. So roughly 30,000 to 50,000. Okay. If that is the answer I give, that is better, or 0 to 10 lakh is better. So definitely 30 to 40,000. So, but what happens when I say 30 to 40,000, the confidence level is over here somewhere in this range, shortest range possible. So lesser the confidence level, always remember more is the accuracy. Okay, you need very high precision when you have the lesser confidence level. As you go on increasing the confidence level, the accuracy decreases and the probability of that answer falling in that range increases. Right? Got this point, everyone? Clear? Type yes if you have understood this point. This point needs to be very clear to you while solving any query, problem or anything. Okay? You need to be very clear about this. Again, if you want, I'll explain this. 68, 95, 99 means 68% confidence, 1 standard error, 95% confidence, 2 standard error, and 99.7 means 3 standard error. The more you go for this confidence levels, the more you move towards the higher confidence levels, the less accuracy you get. The more are the chances of your answer falling in this range, right? So the more confidence level, less is the accuracy, more is the probability, okay, of the sample mean falling or the population mean falling between here and there of the sample mean, or the sample mean falling here and there of the population mean. Okay, always remember this logic. So coming back, confidence interval consists of 3 parts: confidence level, statistic and margin of error. Now what is confidence level? Just now we saw it, this 68%, 95% and 99%. Here these are just 3 examples. Why? Because the standard error is 1, 2 and 3. That's why we always take this rule. And how did we come to this 1, 2 and 3 side? That is based on statistics. There are separate tables for this, but in exam you are not given these tables, so you only remember this rule. Okay, now that is confidence level. Second is statistic. What do you mean by statistic? Okay, I'll explain you one important part about statistic and parameter. Okay, always remember one logic. The logic is, suppose if I say population, where were we over here? Yeah, see this. Okay, population. I'll give you a separate draw a separate slide. Okay, see this. If I say mean of population, mean of population is known as parameter. Okay, but mean of sample is known as statistic. So Mean is same. For population it's known as parameter, for sample it's known as statistic. Similarly mode. Mode for population is known as parameter, sample it's known as statistic. Median. Median for population parameter, sample statistic. Standard deviation for population parameter, sample statistic. Okay. So same element can be called as parameter or statistic depending on what it defines. Does it define the full population or does it define these samples? Okay. So that is the meaning of statistic and parameter. Understand this concept very clearly. Any statistical tool used for population is known as parameter, and for sample it is known as statistic. Okay. And last is this margin of error. Now this margin of error and confidence level are related. Okay. Means what? Suppose if I use this 68% confidence level, then the margin of error is what? Margin of error is difference between 68 and 100. 100 is the final figure. Okay. 100 minus 68. 68% confidence means I am confident that my sample answer will lie between this range. So where will it not lie? It won't lie between 100 minus 68. So 100 minus 68 or 0.27, whatever that figure may be. Okay, you take it roughly 68. So answer is what? 70, 30, 32. So 32% is my margin of error over here. What is the margin of error over here? Take only 95. So 5% margin of error, right? Here point something means 0.3%. So here margin of error is very less, right? But here the answers range is very high. So definitely the range margin of error will be less, right? If I ask you the average salary in Maharashtra or any state and you tell me 0 to 10 lakh, obviously any salary will lie between 0 to 10 lakh. So you are at a higher confidence level, right? But if you tell me 30 to 40,000, so you are at a lower confidence level. Okay, got this logic? So margin of error and confidence level, everyone has understood this? Okay, now let's study this theory part. The confidence level describes the uncertainty of the sampling method, right? Uncertainty, that's why I said more the confidence level, more the uncertainty, less is the accuracy. The statistic and margin of error define an interval estimate that describes the precision of the method, right? Precision, statistic always defines the precision and margin of error always defines the precision. Why? Here we just now saw it. Precision means 95% confidence means the margin of error is 5%, means precision is only 95% over here. Here precision is 68%. Okay. The interval estimate of a confidence interval is defined by sample statistic plus or minus margin of error. What do you mean by this? See, it means over here. Suppose if I say sample statistic means what? If I want this as 50, so 50 plus or minus standard error. If standard error is 5%, then or 5, then 50 plus 5, 50 minus 5. Like that salary range 1200, 1300 and 1100. Okay, so that is basically the defines the margin of error. Okay, margin of error is what? Is the difference between the actual answer and the expected answer. Okay. Factors influencing sample size means how much big the sample should I take. Suppose if I have to do the survey for Maharashtra, as I told you, and I take roughly 10 lakh samples, so definitely my margin of error will be lesser, but my cost would be higher. Okay, always remember this. So we have always to look at the cost and the precision. Okay, the right sample size for particular application depends on many factors, including cost considerations, maximum budget desired to minimize cost, administrative concerns means complexity of design and reach and deadlines, minimum acceptable level of precision and confidence level. Now what do you mean by these four? Cost considerations. Here any survey doesn't come free. Any surveyor who does the survey will definitely charge you something, and if you have to survey 10 lakh people in Maharashtra, the sample size would be used, so cost would be used. So it depends on the budget, right? Administrative concerns means how many people do I have in my hand to do the survey. If I don't have many people, I'll definitely do it with a smaller sample size, right? Minimum acceptable levels of precision means here these two are always related. Minimum acceptable levels means what is the accuracy I want, and confidence level means the more the confidence level, less is the accuracy, isn't it? Just now we saw it. Okay, now we'll solve one problem. This problem will be there in your exam at any cost. It will be there. Figures may vary, but it will be there definitely. Okay, and roughly it's a 3-mark case study. Okay, for a population with known standard deviation of 1.65, a sample of 32 items resulted in 34.8 as an estimate of the mean. Find the standard error of the mean and compute the interval estimate that should include the population with 99.7% of confidence level. Means this is basically confidence level. Now if these two questions are asked, they'll always be asked for 5 marks. If both are asked, if one is asked, then it will be for 3 marks. Okay. Now how to solve this? Now firstly you remember these figures. Standard deviation given, population with a known standard deviation. So this standard deviation is of what? Sample or population. Always you have to define whether anything given is for sample or whether it's for population. So this 1.65 is for what? Okay, I'll write it over here. This 1.65 is for what? Population. It's standard deviation and population, right? So it's a parameter, right? Parameter, right? I'll just write para over here now. 32 items. 32 items means small n. Sample is 32, okay? And resulted in 34.8 as an estimate of mean. This is the estimate, right? Estimation. This is the expected answer 34.8, okay? So 34.8. What is this 34.8? We'll see this now. See this. So variance given, always follow the same step, never ever change the steps for an estimation problem. Variance given, not given, we don't know. Sample size we know 32. 34.8 is what? Mean. This is what we saw it. 34.8 as an estimate for mean means my mean is expected to be 34.8. Okay. So mean equals to 34.8. Standard deviation given 1.65. Just now we saw it, right? So 1.65, this is known. Now we want to find the standard error. Now standard error will always have two formulae. One is for finite population, finite. And second is for infinite population, infinite. Always remember this, okay? Infinite. So which is the easier formula? Easier is infinite. Always remember psi upon root of n. This is infinite, okay? Do we know psi? Okay. Now firstly what is psi? Psi is standard deviation. Do we know standard deviation? Yes. N do we know? 32. So we know both. But is this infinite or finite population? How will you find this out? See here. From a population, is the population size given? Always remember, finite population means we have a number of that population. Is the population size given 1000, 1000, 10,000, whatever given? No. So this is an infinite population problem. Okay, but if this would have been for finite population, then what would have you done? So then the formula would have been psi upon root of n. One sec. Then the formula would have been, hold on, yeah, psi upon root of n into multiply it with something, and that is, this is known as finite population multiplier, n minus n upon n minus 1. This is known as finite population multiplier. I have taken separate videos for this, okay? Watch this, okay? Because today we won't have that much time to explain what is finite population multiplier, okay? So remember, for infinite population psi upon root of n, for finite population psi upon root of n into this finite population multiplier, FPM we will call it, FPM, okay? So now we got this standard error psi upon root of m. What is our problem? It is infinite, so use this, okay? So psi upon root of n, use the figures. What is psi? Standard deviation 1.65 upon square root of 32. Do it yourselves. Let me check how many of you get this answer 0.29. Let me check. Okay. Type yes if you have got the correct answer 0.29. Type yes fast. Everyone must try it yourself, because in exam nobody will come for your rescue. It's you who has to solve the problem. Okay. So standard error, has everyone got it? Yes. Many of them are typing yes, 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 yes. Now getting yes. Everyone is getting yes now. Okay. So now you have got the standard error. So what is asked in the problem? Find the standard error of the mean. So first answer you have got it, right? Standard error is 0.29. So easy. Just 1.65 upon root of 32. That's it. Okay. What is the mean? They'll ask you what is the mean, but it's already given. We don't understand it. That's why we lose the marks. Okay. Now what is asked? 99.7% confidence. Here I've solved it for all the three. 68. Then 95 and then 99. In exam you don't need to solve all these three. This is just to show you. Okay. What is asked in the exam? What is asked in the problem? 99.7. So only go for 3 psi. Isn't it? So x less than mu plus 3 psi. What is mu? Mean basically what is 3 psi? Psi dash I will call it, because this is standard error. 3 psi dash. So standard error is 0.29. 3 into 0.29. So what is 3 into 0.29? 0.88 roughly, right? It will be 0.87, but forget it, 0.88 roughly. You can definitely take this 0.3 also, huh? No difference will it make. Even if you take this 0.3, so 0.3 into 3, 0.9 it will be, right? So you have got 0.9 now. So what have you to do? Just 34.8, this plus 0.9 and minus 0.9. So 34.8 plus 0.9 and 34.8 minus 0.9. I have done it for 0.88. You can do it for 0.9 also in exam. So what is the answer? Roughly you must get this answer only. 35.68 and 33.92. This is the answer you must get always. Okay. So that's it. It's so simple, this case study. Remember, such case studies I do take almost, not only one, almost 50 to 100 case studies we solve it in our live batches. Okay. So that's why I tell you, join this batch as fast as possible, that JAIIB, CAIIB batches. See this. This is the bilingual batch for JAIIB going on. Tell your friends. You might have cleared CAIIB, JAIIB now, right? So tell your friends to join this JAIIB combo, right? Also we have the similar batch for CAIIB also. Okay, go for that also. Although ABM is completed, but you can join and you can get the recorded videos also. Use this code Y432 and you'll get 80% discount over here in this batch. So I'll tell you how to get the discount. Okay, I'll show you with the CAIIB class. Okay, let's see. One second, I'll show you over here. It's very easy. Okay, see this. Go to Adda 24/7 website. On this website, on the front page itself, you'll see all these things over here. See this. Banking and insurance, JAIIB, CAIIB, SSC, everything, right? So click on JAIIB, CAIIB. Now you'll get this JAIIB, CAIIB, Mahapack, JAIIB, CAIIB. You can go for anything. I'll give you an example of CAIIB. In CAIIB, you'll get these batches. See these batches. So these are all the batches going on. So click the batch with my face, this one. Okay, once you click it over here, what will you do? See, you have got the details of the full batch, right? Full batch. This means what? 45 plus hours of retail, 120 plus hours of ABM BFM, 15 full mock test, full length, topic wise mock test, everything you are getting. And at what fees? What is the fees level? See this 17,999. You'll say okay, that is high. Let's see the offers. Click on the offers. What is the code which I told you? What was the code? Y432. Everyone type this code in the comment section. Everyone type it. Let me see. Y432. You must remember this code. Okay. Click on apply. See this. 77% off. So 17,999 has reduced to 4139. This is the amount you have to pay. And this 4139, if you clear CAIIB, in how many months will you recover? The increment is roughly 1300 plus or minus 50 rupees here or there. Take an average of 1300. 1300 into 3 is 39. 3 months you recover almost each penny of this. Okay, and afterwards from the fourth month whatever you get is yours, completely yours, right? So this is an investment for lifetime. Okay, I'll definitely urge you to join this class. Also, I would say that it's a when you join this class, you'll get the numericals, case studies, all the important. You remember in ABM you have 12 case studies, in BFM you have 12 case studies, including the numericals. So go for it as fast as you can. Okay, I'll stop over here. See you in the live classes tomorrow. See you in the live class as well as in the new with a new topic tomorrow same time. Okay, bye.